control, but SadZ puts an end to that advantage. Now it's just flood out the halls. There's 2 players here, crossfired, and then 1 player hiding. Dobry picking up 2 kills off that. And it's just down to Petit Scale right now. The other side.
Got some good,
had
some good damage to start off, but it looked like he was gonna get that. Bring it to a 1v1, but in the end, it'll be FCDB taking the first round, keeping 2 players alive and buying a triple SMG to start racking up that Skrilla on CT side.
Honestly, I think the SMG purchases are definitely more viable on a map like Inferno, where it's just like close range engagements all around. So I kind of do like this from FCDB. In worst case scenario, they die, and
at that point, you give up less weapons, you lose less economy. If you take something with you, you kind of make up your money. Yeah, like you said, lots of close ranges, halls, boiler, push down banana. Well, actually, they're pushing down banana as we speak, and they got a lot of map controls. That deep smoke sectored off the terrorists, but the bombs right on the other side of it. So they're trying to wade that one out, but they're just trying to get those players close because they've only got Glocks to work with, no armor, no utility.
Yeah, you can see FCDB, they're smelling those unarmored opponents. They're just running around all over the place trying to find duels with the MP9s. They haven't been given much yet, though, but this is a group up happening right now from SmokeCriminals, making their way down banana. Oh, Coffee. He's in a bit of a danger right here.
Gonna smoke that off, try and slow these guys down, and it's gonna work. They just, well, that's blocked off. Smoke's impossible to pass through unless you're Stewie 2K. Onwards, up mid. Currently, there's a crossfire set up. These SMGs, it's a little bit of extra range, but they should still mow them down. Yep, into the blender they go. Dobry joins in and steals away a couple of those SMG kills with the M4, but SadZ will chime in for the last one. Keep 5 players alive, rack up some Skrilla, and now we'll see the AKs across the board, full utility, and potentially a glass cannon op if SmokeCriminals want to go that direction.
Yeah, so it's 5 AKs. Okay, if a significant amount of utility. They have Molotovs to get the banana control early. That's not a problem. But it seems like FCDB want to head over towards that banana side early on and contest banana with those SMGs. Yeah, all 3 MP9s right now are towards the banana side. Looking to contest that early on using a significant amount of utility to gain control. But I wonder what they're going to do after they control. I mean, okay, yeah, now they've used all their utility. But what happens now? Do they just hold on to it?
Got that deep smokes. They are pushing forward. Oh, and get some damage through the smoke as well, but a little bit traded out as a dink comes flying through. He should be dead. That must have been through the wall. I saw his head flick back. He's on 23 HP, 22 per copy, but they still got about even damage with the SMGs, so not a bad start. Utility's been mostly used. Box still has a little HE if he throws that down mid, and I think he's actually moving that way to do so because they know that damage went through.
Yeah, FCDB are actually in a pretty weird situation now because both of their B players are down to 23, 22 HP. I mean, that's going to add so much pressure on them. And if it comes down to a retake scenario, they're pretty much weakened in every possible sense. I mean, if they entry towards B side, they're pretty much 1A cable. So this round's already very favoring SmokeCriminals. But there is still some utility in the hands of FCDB. They're going to go ahead and use that, slow down the pace a little bit right here while they decide what they want to do. A 4th man has now arrived to the B site. They're definitely sensing a pressure in that direction. Really no other pressure on the map. So they have an inkling this is going to end to be here.
30 seconds left. SmokeCriminals, you guys gotta fight those smokes off now, especially as when plumes. You just gotta go at this point. They have 1 Molotov. Need to throw it over the top. Flashbangs in. Rozinho, the first one in, and well, first kill is gonna go his way. 1 man boosted up, but he falls immediately. Just yeeks back behind the corner, and he will drop on down. So now it's just really kind of a bonus round for this T side. It's going to be a clean one unless Dobry actually wants to try and fight this. He's the only one here, and yeah, that's just an M4 you give up for free. I was questioning that decision. I thought maybe Box could go drop the MP9 and go for that kind of a bonus, but I got a little confused on the radar. Dobry gives up an M4, and now Box, well, might as well just try and get some damage done. I don't know what you do at that point with that kind of weaponry. You save that for the next round. You're going to be buying anyways with the loss bonus, but it'll be a light one because 2 of your players on like 1,700 and 1,500.
Yeah, it's definitely an opposite situation for sure. But that kill, yeah, that kill definitely helps. Not only that, but it lowers the economy for SmokeCriminals so it doesn't spiral out of control. Man, if he's really lost that AK, but he's not being given a chance.
Kind of wish you just go for it if you knew how low those players were, because they know that some damage was done to the smoke. You'd assume the high HP players are the ones chasing. Oh, you still turn around the corner and give it to him? Oh, that's a little bit of an NA save right there.
No, he got shot from behind, unfortunately, from above in the windows.
But he still put himself in that position.
Yeah, no,
he could have stayed.
Exactly.
Back lines. But either way, FCDB on the back foot. Now 5 7s and a Deagle P250 to work with. A scattering of utility. Just enough to tickle their palate.
Okay, nice early damage onto Fearoth. That's not bad. 44 damage off the bat. Pretty good. Pretty good investment for 300 bucks. But yeah, FCDB just on the 5 7s. Deagle P250. Hands of SadZ and Coffee. effectively. But it is, yeah, they're going to go for the 3-man stack towards the B site. I'm not totally opposed to this. And they do have a smoke on hand too. So if they feel some pressure towards B site, they can at least use that to their advantage. But right now, it seems like SmokeCriminals are on the driver's seat for the meantime.
Yeah, they got the cheekiest little boost up on a arch side. But they just gave it up as soon as I told you. A little totem pole stack on top of the pallet, which would have worked too. But now they're going for the totem pole over the smoke. But Petite Scale and Rosinho, they're going to find that one. Pull 2 players away. There's 1 more player left on site. Probably not long for this world. In fact, he is dead. A copy goes down into lane. Just leaves Yeeks and Box, last 2 alive, isolated from each other, and the free bomb set on a bomb left come through for this French side. Looking to be tying it up 2-2 unless a small miracle comes through.
What a way to win a round, though. I'm just going to spam this spot and get a very casual 2K through the smoke. No big deal.
I think what happened there is a little sound cue must have been made, because they went for the boost, but shuffled off of it, couldn't quite find their footing inside the smoke, which is forgivable, understandable. But gave them the sound cue they needed, or maybe just spotted the head over the top of the smoke. For now, they're about to spot Box around the corner. Nade, soften him up. No armor means aim punch, and well, a little bit of damage done, but no kills for FCDB Esports in the round. 1 more opportunity as FN Yeeks pushes forward. He's just like, I'll just save the 5-7. Thank you very much. But 2 players are in Speedway. They've got him in. The bomb's about to tick over. That might just take him with it.
Oh, they're playing hunting with him right now. They're just cornering him from every direction. All right, here we go. He might have just survived an escape route right there. He's going to be able to keep that 5-7. Not like he'll be using it, because it should be an upgrade right here to the rifles. Some utility will be coming out. I think Dobry could pick up an op right here too if they prefer that. They are going to go ahead and drop that over to Box, who I imagine is the main opera for the FCDB side. But yeah, 5 AKs for SmokeCriminals. They're going to keep up the pace with the aggression, the rifle aggression. Significant amount of utility still in their hands. It looks like Box is actually going to go for the early pick, but oh, he misses his opportunity.
Shoots right between them. Good attempt. He only gets tagged on a 74. It could have ended a whole lot worse for them to be setting on the back foot immediately. But for now, low HP is the only punishment, and they can back off and trying to feel this one out. SmokeCriminals, they're just playing slow, looking for any more aggression. Petite Scale's like shooting through apartments, but nobody's challenging that angle for the time being.
I do like this porch setup right now from FCDB, and this is something that seemed to be favoring, playing that hidden angle underneath the porch area, just hiding in the corner, playing anti-flash. They seem to really, like where Dobry is right now, they seem to really favor this position. They've been running that over and over on different rounds. Yeah, this works out for them right now. They do have the op there to take contact for Dobry, bait attention away from him. They do have a guy holding down the hall, so there are no gaps just yet. And the smokes from SmokeCriminals are definitely going on the other side, so Box might be able to pick up the block kill right here, but
Dobry will 1 and 2 trade. The reason I don't like that setup is, well, it's only because the op was being held right there, which means that if you don't get that first shot, your teammate's pretty much dead. You hope for a 1-on-1 trade, but it's going to be 1 more player down on the A site, and Yeeks is already running towards this. He's running away from it. Yeah, he turns tail and runs back over towards the B side of things, because SmokeCriminals, they are looking hot. I said this map would favor them. They're already turning on its heads, despite losing the pistol, already up 5-2, or sorry, well, in the 5th round, up 3-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, a little predictory right there.
Oh, is that the official prediction? 5-2 lead right here?
If it keeps going like this, because FCDB, they're going to be on 3-round loss bonus. They can not buy in the next round 1 more eco, which is going to mean 4-2. And then the rebuy comes through. FCDB, if they correct their mistakes, they can bring it back easily. But
all right, I feel that.
at least
that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen anything too impressive from FCDB so far on the CT side. But I mean, yeah, they had a great pistol round. They had an easy SMG round to follow. Since then, it's been a little bit rough for them. Let's see if it gets any better. Right now, they're going to be back down to the pistols. I believe Niekes can drop his 5-7 that he's still holding on to. That's one of the players going to get geared up at least. I don't think they invest much off that. Wait, why is he holding on to the 5?
Give the man your 5-7.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring. Niekes, you said? I was going with Yeeks, but Niekes.
Niekes. That's the... Yeah.
Greedy man. It'll leave, well, Box on just the USPS. Tucking 3 players over towards the A site. 1 player peeking down Banana, and immediately as I say his name, he is gone on down. And that's one of the rifle drops, which is strange because they didn't have anyone playing with him in tandem. Usually you'd expect players to be able to be there with just the pistols, pick that up, try and recycle it. So I'd say a small misstep for the time being. We'll leave Box alone on the A site while the T start pressuring out over towards A as well, feeling out both directions. Plenty of time to work with.
Yeah, that is a little unfortunate, isn't it? Losing that rifle and pretty much in a position where they can't even grab it if they wanted to. Box doing a significant amount of damage to Kree. That's a nice shot to the face. Not fatal. At least it makes him play just a little bit more hesitant. But there it is. Dobry once again in the same position. If Neck is moves it above, gets blinded once again. I mean, these flashbangs from SmokeCriminals are insane.
Perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Flushed him off. I was about to like credit them. Like, oh look, they got it this time. M4 holding that angle, and it's up above, going to have them off guard. But at this point, Fox can be found in Speedway. Sad last alive, and I'm starting to worry that FCDB might be holding that patio angle a little bit too much. Like you said, that's like the third or maybe even the fourth time they've held it. Once was on the pistol round earlier on, but we'll see if they continue to dedicate themselves to that setup because that's starting to be read like a book. SmokeCriminals, they were looking for that immediately. I don't even think Dobry got any damage on the player that came out mid.
All right, not bad. At least they get to keep one of these M4s.
Don't curse it. Round's not over yet. Sad Zed has picked it up. He has no armor to go with this. If they find him, he'll melt like butter. Currently, they're not hunting, but they do have a player positioned over towards CT and Laney on the bottom of Banana. Well, it looks like he might just stop right there. Doesn't want to give up the AK. Doesn't want to lose any of this weaponry. And they're starting to build up a beautiful amount of money on SmokeCriminals. They're going to have several players over to the 5-digit mark soon.
Oh, yeah. They're hitting that Pablo Escobar money at this point now. But I'm a little bit surprised that SmokeCriminals aren't more aggressively hunting for this weapon, to be honest. They have so much money to risk. Why not just maintain the chokehold on the economy for FCDB? Well, I mean, why let them save this weapon? As I say that, Petit Skull comes lurking. Oh. Nice find there from Sad Zed. There it is. So the M4 is maintained. They can now find themselves another player with full utility and kits. That's pretty good. They got that going for them, which is nice. But the 4-2, is the prophecy true, Matthew? Will they find the 5th round right here?
It was prophesized completely accidental. But, you know, they could have... I guess they couldn't have got the guy with the full utility and armor and all that jazz. So, the aggression down alt mid. The flashbang is working perfectly. They get double down. One more player falls to copy. And Cry and Fearoth both got chunked up at the bottom of Banana and Ramp as well. It's going to be difficult to try and pull this back. I think I may have Caster's cursed this like 3 rounds in advance.
Accidentally.
Yeah. I was just trying to say round 5, but no. They're probably not going to be finding that 5th round on the scoreboard. FCDB, good footing, and they do the perfect thing. Like, you know what? We have 3-player advantage. Why don't we just back it up? We smoked ourselves off at the top of mid. We're going to leave you guessing on where we could be. And Fearoth is checking every little corner as the bomb's picked up back by T-side apps. They've got the op to work with, so the one-and-done shots, but got to hit that aim. As they venture on towards a bomb site, they are heading in towards the more of the stack as well. 3 players here, and Fnyeka is around the corner. Already spotted out the barrel. Molotovs it off. Playing great with the utility.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to be enough. I mean, there are only 2 players available for SmokeCriminals. As soon as they start throwing their utility, they pretty much have an idea both players are in this direction.
And imagine by the T side throwing their utility, I was like, okay, FCDB, they're just slowing them down, making them guess, tick this clock on down, maybe even encourage SmokeCriminals to save their weapons, but money for days, they're going to go for this regardless. And now, good positioning off each other, going in duo, going in tandem. Fearoth ag down, knows where one player is, just hoping he ups up again, and that he will, and he'll get the kill as well. Copy, amazing shot from him. 18 seconds left for Cry, who probably just needs to get himself killed at this position. At this time, at this venture, and that's exactly what's going to happen. 5 players stay alive. FCDB, they thwart off the prophecy, and they pick off an op and an AK to boot.
Yeah, that was a great round from SCDB. I mean, their passive play just wasn't working out for them. Hey, if we're not winning the passive play, let's try something different. Let's up the ante a little bit. I do like that a lot from SCDB, kind of getting the respect, some respect back at least from SmokeCriminals. But this is still a pretty close matchup, all things considered. I mean, we're talking as if SmokeCriminals are running away with this matchup, but this is still only a 4-3 lead here. But the money's looking super strong still for SmokeCriminals. They'll have this buy and potentially 2 more purchases after this one. So I mean, yeah, that's a lot of pressure for FCDB. They need to make sure they trade some of these rounds together. 3, though, starting this off nicely. Comes through the smoke, finds himself a kill, gets traded off. Or at least there is a trade-off. That's Fearoth gone down. But it's back down to a 4 versus 4 right here. Banana control belongs to Smoke.
Like you highlighted in the previous round, the aggression, I think that not only is good for just to get them around, but to get them some confidence back in their step. It also gave them the confidence to go forward towards B. Was just a 1-1 trade, but still showing that they can be aggressive, getting in the heads of SmokeCriminals, making them play a little bit more passively, not letting them run rampant on this map.
Yeah, we're at that 1-minute mark right now. This is most of the time where people start taking bracket control. The utility started to run thin here for the mid defense. You can see SmokeCriminals now own the mid control. They have it. It's in their hands. What will they do off that though? They still have a player towards the Banana side, so they are definitely leaving a lurk there, maintaining control of Banana. And it seems like they're actually gonna end up falling back. So that's why they're maintaining control right there. Now, this is gonna be hit towards the B side, but there's really only one player here. It's Fnyeka. He's the only one.
Yeah, they must have heard Box rotate all the way through arches and go back towards library, so they just assumed if there was a 2-2 split, one player was over towards library for that rotation. He's going to be coming back now, but it's a little bit too late as the smoke starts pluming. The Molotovs flush him out of position. FNYEKA finds a quick kill, but Box smoked off, flashed back. 18 seconds left, unless he goes for the bangerang denial. He's in a tough spot here while he waits for his players rotating up banana.
Yeah, this is a really fast fight coming in towards banana. Petit Skull gets caught off guard. Laney's able to find 1 and 2 doubles down on the banana flank. That's great. It's going to leave Box by himself with the off to retake this. Not the best of situations to be in with the P250. Very, very confident there from Box, but he gets shut down by Rozinho, and that is going to be the end of that. 5-3. FCDB's economy is not broken yet. I think they're just going to go ahead and take this round to... Never mind. They're going to go for the full buy. Yeah, I thought they were going to take this round to let their money stabilize for the next round, but now they're just going to go for the full force right here. It's a pretty decent force, too. They have 2 FAMASs, an M4, with full utility, plus the swag. Yeah, and 2 kits. That's pretty doable for SCDP.
I'd say this is more of a tilt buy than anything. They just got 4 against them. They finally bring 1 back, immediately get resets. Now they're just playing aggressive and getting punished up banana, but Dobry finds 1 elsewhere. Sad says trying to chunk them through the wall with that swag 7. Is there wall penetration with that thing?
I've never really tried or seen
I've never tried. And
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone try in recent months. It was at least fresh in my memory. Now I got to go do some testing after this. Get in the lab, put on my white gun. But for now, 5 players survive. FCDB with the ragtag first shot by. I was going to say have man advantage, but then Firoth is going to put Dobry in the dirt.
That was very confident there from Dobry. I'm not quite sure what the thought process was there. Have the man advantage. They could have maintained it for the late round, but it seems like SmokeCriminals are setting up for a hit onto towards the A site, through the halls, off the lane here, and it is going to be an A split.
Box, well, behind the box, finds the first frag. Sadzed peeks out, does a tiny bit of damage, a little bit too far range with the swag 7. They try and bring FNYEKA around the corner, but they're going to lose Sadzed. And oh, Firoth just found a nice angle, put him down. And it's Coffee, who just has a USPS. Didn't he have a weapon earlier? He may have thrown it so he can pick up this one and not make a sound cue. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the kit, and he might just be getting out of dodge. Yeah, that's a good attempt. 1 versus 3 on 16 HP seemed a little unlikely. But SmokeCriminals going to double down, back-to-back rounds, extend this 6-3 start. Well, running away with it again, but more money for the next round? No, it's going to be another eco.
No, yeah, they're most definitely on the full eco right here, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, the chances of Coffee winning this round 16 with 16 HP is pretty much the same chances as me working on my arms, honestly. But yeah, it's probably better off just leaving that weapon so we can do it in this next round. But I mean, even then, they don't really have much in this next round. Maybe upgraded pistols, maybe some nade stack somewhere if they really want to. But besides that, it's once again SmokeCriminals in the driver's seat, looking to pick up a 7th round already on this half. It's already a great half for SmokeCriminals. I mean, just look how strong their money is right now. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, they've been playing thrifty, haven't been hunting every single round, keeping a lot of that alive. Only 2 weapons in the previous round. That's just 2 weapons in the previous round they saved. Still that much cash. In round number 10, they win this one and the next one, which is kind of likely as they're kind of double eco territory that'll be built on up. See, 3rd round loss bonus. See, they didn't keep themselves around the $2,000 mark. 1 player's on like 1,900. The rest are on about 1,300 on average. It'll be a very light buy in the following round for FCDB Esports. So if they could steal some of these weapons away, just save them for the next round or do heavy economic damage. I see you can't even do economic damage at this point. Like they can still get the full buy the next round. You could make it thrifty for the latter end of the half, but this is looking a little bit bleak on CT side.
Yeah, 100% agreed. I really don't agree with their decision making for their economy right here, honestly. Like Nekas and Box, in my opinion, definitely over invested.
The armor was too much.
Yeah, Sadzed also, I mean, he's not down to 1,500 himself, and so is Dobry. So, I mean, this is a bit of an overinvestment. Maybe if they had 2 P250s alone, I would give them a little bit more money to play with. But SmokeCriminals are on their way out right now. Dobry looking to find himself a Schwan, but he's not quite able to, unfortunately. So he's going to fall back to site where he's going to be playing passive. And we already know that passive hasn't really been working out for FCDB. So they're already not in a good look right now.
Going for contact through halls and arch side. Looks like arch side is going to play this one first. Petite Scale pushing forward, spotted out. Meanwhile, Laney Spots them rotating over. They take a peek in towards Halls, and Laney's going to get that first frag. You know where the other two players are. There's a dink coming through, but no kill for the CT side. It's just FNYEKES and a Coffee to stay alive for the time being. Cross your fingers and hope you get that M4, because that's at least a weapon dropped, maybe.
I was just thinking about the split from SmokeCriminals. That was really well done. Really good clinch. They took bracket control. As soon as the smokes were about to fade, they mauled it out the corner. They started setting up for the A split through the moto side. I really do like that. Now they're able to maybe FCDB gets to keep the M4. That's great. They have that going for them.
Did you have to say that? They were trying to pincer in, find that player because they heard the footsteps of Laney hunting for them. They're like, we can get this guy. Maybe steal away an AK for you. But just aim was not true. Oh, Laney drops the ha ha ha. That timing in chat. Just to rub salt in the wound at this point.
It's the kind of BM I like, Matthew.
It's not too bad. It's just enough because he's like, we know what this is. CSGO players, CSGO commentators. I hope the spectators know as well. Sometimes it just comes down to timing. It's one of those games. It's just one of those things. For now, though, TP50's out for the CT side. FNYEKES going to find one as they pile themselves down Banana, but Pirov chimes in, pulls the man advantage. Two more spotted, but still the B250's chime in for a good amount of damage. They can just, I don't know, stealing an AK away, probably unlikely, but economic damage done. I can't even give it a silver lining because it's so late in the half. 12 rounds now, 8-3. SmokeCriminals leading before the buy finally comes out for FCDB Esports. If they can pull this back their way, make this 7-8, that's kind of what they need to get the pep back in their step for these last couple rounds.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need it. I mean, this is already looking like a one-slide show right now. SmokeCriminals running away with what they have, and it looks like the lead is only getting better and bigger here for the SmokeCriminals side. Yeah, once again, we're seeing pretty much the same thing coming out from SmokeCriminals, using whatever utility they can. Wow, Firoth. Man, he disregarded that Molotov entirely. He went for that pick, couldn't quite find it, and now he's down to 28 HP. Fox and Dobry once again running that infamous crossfire setup right there, but it seems like SmokeCriminals are starting to be ready for it.
If anything, they're waiting for Dobry to be in patio as he has been. Maybe not a crossfire setup, but they check left first despite smoking it off. And now Petite Scale went forward with the bomb. And this is the best opportunity for the CT side, but one's lost in the Molotov, in the smoke. Now he takes one with him at the very least. If you're out of the burns, do it crisp. That leaves 3 players on the T side towards the top mid and 3 on site.
Wow, that nade.
Perfect. Now they're taking that little information, leave a parting gift with the damage done, and go their way back towards the bottom of Banana, where FNYEKES currently a little jump peek over the top of the wall, looking for this. Might be have a quick rotation. Coffee's the quick rotator, but he's on low HP, so they need some more action faster than that, and yet he spots that one out. Coffee's on the way. They do shuffle box a little bit closer as well. We'll see if he commits to the rotate because 30 seconds left. You could imagine they're going to commit to this site, commit to this push, and Coffee through the smoke takes out Cry. FNYEKES, good spray down, finds one more. Just Laney left alive. And Laney has had some good clutch moments, but just the op, the first shot missed. FNYEKES going to double down, find himself 2 frags, and FCDB start the comeback they need at the tail end of the half.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect too. I mean, they maintained 4 players alive right there. I really do like that from FCDB. I mean, that was showing some depth to their setups right there. One player spotting towards Banana side. They're able to get there in time. Perfectly done there by FCDB. Capitalizing on their man advantage early on. Let's see how this plays out, though. Once again, FCDB looking to go aggressive towards Banana side. I mean, they've been successfully gaining Banana. They haven't really been able to do much off it, though. Ooh. That's a... Oh, man, that double nade stack. That really hurts Kree right there. He's down to 36 HP already. Hasn't even seen a single target, this poor soul.
Oh, through the smoke, through the wall, Kree goes down. Took an unlucky timing, wanted to go for a peek, try and find a little gap in the smoke. For now, though, like you said, they get that smoke at the bottom, they get Banana control, and then they give it up. Just playing some mind games or just not feeling confident with the player down. They will fall away. And a little boost coming up for, who is that? Fox over the top and immediately spotted out from Petite. That's going to have FNYEKES falling away. Dobry on the other side. Not being challenged quite yet. In fact, he's going to go up aggressively off this on short. This is getting a little awkward. He's tucking himself into his favorite patio position, but it's FNYEKES who's pushed back on the other side.
I like the reaction a lot there from Dobry though. I mean, yeah, they want to go Moto. Let's take this part of the map from them. Sad though, going for the wild spray, able to find 2 kills off that. One player above him, and almost secures that frag, but wasn't quite able to stabilize his aim there in time. Down to a 2 versus 2 now. Health advantage is definitely in favor of the CT side though, as they make this retake through the lane side, or through the truck side, excuse me.
One tucks in towards Graveyard, one in towards Pit. These two players have no idea where they are. No real utility to throw. Oh, he spots that? Did he see a pixel? Oh, I think he did. Vinyeka spotted a pixel. He has a good idea that one player's in Graveyard. The teammate watching it for him. But what? Lane pops out from the position regardless. That's the player he must have doubted himself. Because what he was looking at, I had to turn off my x-ray just to look at it. And like he might see a pixel, and singular O-N-E pixel. But in the end, I think he doubted himself. His teammate was watching the other side as they cleared out the site, and that'll be that. They go down, they get reset economically. They force up here because, well, why not? Maybe a little bit of lost bonus at the last tail end. 2 FAMAS and M4, another swag 7 for Box, and the Deagle for Dobry is having us look more and more like this could be an 11-4 scoreline.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he saw him but didn't want to shoot till he found the other teammate.
That's what I thought, but his teammate wasn't looking at the angle while he cleared out ahead of him, so I don't know. It's a question if we can ever learn Belarus and talk to these guys afterwards.
Yeah, no, nonetheless, SmokeCriminals are definitely in a pretty favorable position right now. Box peeking down middle with a Mag 7. Probably not the best of decisions, honestly. Long-range engagement right there.
He has tried and use it like a shotgun previously, and the Deagle goes down. They're falling one by one. Little tin soldiers being melted down for scrap metal at this point. Only one more player left on that A-bomb side, and that's Sad Zed, who smokes off back of Pit.
Oh, look at this wild flame. Oh, but he's okay. Well, all right. Good night.
Okay. Yeah, this round's over. I'm just curious now. Wait, no, Sad Zed. He's like, shut up. I had a plan. It didn't work out for more than 1 kill, though. All right, Sad Zed was up on top of balcony. He turned and he smoked off Pit. Was he trying to fake like a one-way smoke or something? I am so confused by that play. It must have been some sort of mental trickery because they did look that direction. They get 1 kill off the back of it, but I've never seen the 200 IQ play like that before.
I kind of do like that, especially with when you're like 3 men alive. I mean, they're not even going to expect the second player to be on top of the balcony, right? They're going to look towards Pit the whole time.
You got limited utility. It's kind of inventive. I'm kind of taken aback by that. Interesting.
Anyways, yeah, FCDB not in good shape right now. 10-4. Looks like SmokeCriminals might be taking this ahead of schedule, back on track. Yeah, just 5-7s, MP9 here for Sad Zed, and really nothing much, no map control, really, just a bit of eyes towards the lane side. Dobry's been in that position pretty much every single round. You can find him in that area somewhere. It looks like SmokeCriminals do want to bust out the halls right here. Oh, the worst timing for Sad Zed.
Unlucky. I was watching that too. Little weapon switch, catch you off guard. Now you just got 3 5-7s marching down. Banana, 5-man stacked on the ace side, all but 1 on full health.
Yeah, I really do not see any way this unfolds favorably for FCDB.
Well, they've already been spotted, thundering their way up mid. No kits, they had to do it. Gotta go fast. Gotta find frags, and Vinyeka's gonna find the first. But Box goes down. It's just Vinyeka's to ace it out. He finds a second. On his way, but on his way to the grave is what I should have said. 11-4 for SmokeCriminals, but they go over towards CT side, which I think actually favors them hardly as well. Put on the back foot CT side. You expect to get a few more rounds than that, even if this map is going slightly T-sided, like I have the opinion of. But yeah, that's a dominant performance.
Yeah, did you get a chance to check the patterns for the scores? So FCDB won 2 rounds and they lost 4 in a row. Then they won 1, lost 4 in a row. Then they won 1 and lost 3 in a row. I mean, that was almost a 4 triple sandwich right there. That's kind of nuts.
On Luco.
Yeah. Either way, this is gonna be a super important round for FCDB, and if they lose this off the momentum from the last half, this is problematic for them. They need to pick up this round. SmokeCriminals are playing it a bit more passive than their usual style. They're going to kick back in sight, double mens towards the pit and grave area. One guy towards the arch side, spotting for the meantime, but it looks like it is going to be an A hit for FCDB, and out mid they go, probably transitioning to site quickly.
Flashbang over the top, avoided. Bureau finds some damage, but Petite Scale answers back with a little of his own. Razinho chimes in, and now it's falling apart. They're not even losing a single player. Bureau finally goes down. They have a second player in library. As he goes to pick up the USPS, he will go down, and Box has to be a hero now. 4 players to find, barely any damage done to them. The only silver lining is that 2 of those players don't have armor, but neither does Box.
Yeah, there's... I literally had no faith in that whatsoever. Yeah, 12-4. The SmokeCriminals are on their way to closing off this match.
Take a look at the scoreboard right now. Look at the kills on FCDB. Got Dobry up there on 15. Everyone else is kind of yet to wake up. Coffee and Box only have 4 a pop.
Yeah, that's definitely rough. Although, to be fair, they also haven't really had a chance to frag out. They've just been getting shut down in the early rounds most of the time. It's either that or they get entryed on late round. They haven't really, except the one round where they went aggressive in the middle. That seemed to work out the most for them.
They never showed their hand doing that again. They just continued pushing down Banana, and even when they were rewarded with the Banana control on CD side, like they never really capitalized off of it too much.
Yeah, no, right now this is a scary situation for SmokeCriminals. They're up against Pistol's armor in the halls. If the flashbangs are out, the Scale not able to find a single kill just yet. Gets overrun towards the pit side. Razinho goes for the wild spray, whiffs it entirely, and this might be the saving grace here that FCDB needs. Or excuse me, FCDB needs.
You got it. And, well, that's 2 weapons recovered, and 3rd to be found there as well. They're just SMGs, I believe, but still every little bit counts. Start racking up those kills. You can just take these SMGs and go hunting these last 2 players down, make yourself an extra little bit of pocket cash, maybe steal away a rifle. FCDB, they just got their every blessing they needed. Despite losing the pistol round, going down 12-4, they found themselves a 5th round.
Honestly, this call me crazy, but this is actually better than winning the pistol round.
Agreed, actually. Set them off on the back foot, take away any confidence they had built up, say, hey, we still got signs of life, we can kick, we can scream, we can tear this back our way.
Right.
And then pick up those weapons, you get the free bonus round, you know the SmokeCriminals are going to be on the back foot now, you can start putting those good use, rack up some Skrilla, and there they go, they found that 3rd SMG, and now they got AKs around it as well.
Yeah, no, this is a great turnaround for SCDB. This is exactly what they needed. SmokeCriminals are now in a pretty weird situation. I don't know if they even force off this or they're just going to go for the full save here. Nah, yeah, they're going to go for the full save. This is a smart economic decision from SmokeCriminals. So, if they lose this round, though, they'll have to save again. So that's the FCDB kind of closing the gap slightly and getting their economy set early on in this half. This is exactly what they need.
Ooh, good utility use. That's going to chunk them down, and now it's the M4 dropped in an unrecoverable position. It's the last player to tuck themselves back and towards Cross. He wants to smoke it off and go pick it back up. He's got the UMP. Could try and like drop this, go pick up the M4, get the UMP to the player behind him who's rotating over, but he's just going to fall off this. Well, the other side of the map, there's some pressure going on. Petite Scale heard some footsteps vacating the premises of Halls. He's going to go try and catch that player off guard, but so far, no luck.
SmokeCriminals is gaining ground, though, towards the alt main while all this is happening. They can catch that player towards the Mexican pit.
Oh, they just heard him do Razinho. That's going to fool Razinho, who's now split up from his partner on the back line. So it's all action over towards B. Well, they split up, going for that hunt of that one player. He's all the way at Banana at this point. They let the player way on the back lines. They're clearing out the east spawn, but over towards B, that's where the action's happening. And Laney's already Molotoved off. He can't even put the UMP and armor to good use. He's got 1 player next to his side, but Petite Scale goes down at Banana. This is more than certainly SCTV's round here.
Absolutely, and the last 2 players are pretty much cornered inside the construction area, so they have really no way out of these positions right now. So that ump and that armor is going to have to fall right here, unfortunately, unless FCDB clears off site early right here and doesn't maintain the...
Yeah, if they don't check this, you can survive in that back corner. Oh, I don't know about Laney on 84. I'm curious now. The bombs have just been taking me for a gamble every single time at this point.
Yeah,
they
right.
are squeaking themselves out. They are going to get out of there. All right. So they'll say the T's, they vacate out Banana, and they'll keep all 5 alive, start padding the bank, which is exactly what they need. SmokeCriminals, they don't have too much in the coffers as well. So just about 3,300 on average, maybe a little more. They can buy up some P250s, try and do some economic damage here to FCDB, who aren't really building that up too much. They got 1 player near 8K, 1 player near, or 2 players around like 5,500. But they still got money to make with those SMGs they've held on to here for the bonus round. Just the UMP saved, a couple P250s, the CZ bought up. Okay. Exactly. And 2 flashbangs.
Now, FCDB's economy isn't that strong right now. But if they win this round with 5 players alive or even 4 players alive, their money's going to get pretty much out of control right here. It's a lot of pressure for SmokeCriminals to deal with because now they're on that double, triple gun round territory in a row. That's not a good position to be in if you're the CT side on a map like Inferno where you rely so heavily on economy. A 5-man stack coming out right now from SmokeCriminals, but it seems like FCDB has different plans in mind. They're already sending a scout into the B site, trying to find all those pesky up-close pistols. Pesky pistolers.
Good team name. I like that. They did gamble wrong for the CT side. Flipped a coin, stacked on A, and currently FCDB clearing out that B bomb site. It's pretty good so far on this come, and that's a good chance for them, like, to not even have a retake attempt for SmokeCriminals because they don't want to give up the money to those SMGs. So, like you said, keep 5 players alive, build up that bank regardless. So it's like you build up. That's kind of a double-edged sword. You don't build up the bank because you keep 5 players alive, but if you don't go hunting for them, you give up money to the SMGs. So difficult choice to make.
Yeah, if I'm FCDB, I have really nothing to gain from hunting right now. Maybe Coffee could hunt with the MP9. Or Fnac with the AMP, but that's really it. You definitely don't want to risk the AKs. You definitely don't want to risk giving SmokeCriminals any SMG money. I mean, if Laney gets a kill with that AMP, that's $800 in the bank. Or 600
out. Oh, Yekes goes down, and I don't believe Coffee was close enough to get that. No, so that's just one more UMP dropped over. Probably not the weaponry you want, but I mean, still doable. They got the rounds to play with. They just want to buy M4s around this. It's questionable. The UMP nowadays, it just makes me sad, but they need all the money they can get, so I think they're going to hold on to these.
Yeah, they're going to go with the triple F. Yeah, they're going to go with the double AMP triple rifles. It's so unfortunate to find an AMP and you're just like, fuck, I can't really justify not
exactly. It's not crappy enough to get rid of, but it's not good enough to make comfortable. Oh my god, fast play up Banana, and suddenly they roast and toast their own teammate, and Laney puts the UMP salvage to good use. Now FCDB on the back foot, 2 players down, and they were just surmounting this huge amount of rounds they needed.
Yeah, I really don't know how to feel about that round for FCDB. But the main advantage is definitely in favor of the SmokeCriminals side right now, where they fall back to side, play passive, maintain, and turtle up a little bit right here. Smoke is going to fade towards yard side shortly, and Rozinho's in a pretty unfavorable... There he is. He's repositioned to a bit safer position. Now he can maintain eyes and get flashbangs so they can peek off that instead.
Flashed in, finds one more, as adds it at a molly in hand, but no breach. I'm in for 2 quick kills. They spot up Firath on site. Firath does more damage than he does, but still falls. That leaves just Kree and Laney. Last 2 alive. Kree's already here, but he's smoked off. It's going to be a little bit of a time before the rotation comes through. Low HP for FCDB to fight this off, though. 24 and 22 respectively.
Man, Firath really needed a kill on site. Now it's getting so much harder. Dobry's playing the headshot angle from pit. So, I mean, yeah, he has 24 HP, but he's only exposing his head. One player is coming from above, though. And Fnac is holding for that in sight. It's going to get very awkward right here, though.
Try it just forward, spotted out first. Now it's just Laney knows where at least one of these players are. They spot the second. He finds him now. And now the last player should be going down if he just free fires it. But no, somehow Dobry gets his 4th kill of the round from a 3v5 to a 2v2 to Dobry clutching it out. And FCDB immediately just pull back a horrible round that nearly went against them. 4 rounds in a row now after losing the pistol. And they are right back in it.
Wow. Just wow. I really did not think they were going to claw their way out of that round, but that was just so well played there in that crossfire with Pit maintaining that headshot angle. That's so smart from FCDB. But now they have a sign of life finally. SmokeCriminals are back down to the pistols, some upgraded armor, and 4 in the hands of Laney. I think he's hit an AMP, that's why his money is so strong.
He still got 3k in the pocket after that hero buy. Try and recycle that. Firath has armor behind it as well. If he wants to go pick that up a little bit later in the round, or although they're completely separate. I mean, they're on like Firath's tucked in the cubby. Laney is all the way over towards B. And right now, FCDB, they're just holding back, slowly edging forward, waiting for some aggressive peaks as they know it's an eco. Figure there might be some trick play, but right now, SmokeCriminals are playing absolutely stock standards yet. Pistol round like an eco save like this, it surprises me.
You know, I was just thinking that if you're going to make a purchase for a hero weapon, why not just pick up the AWP? It's only like $1,000.
Oh, they'll have 5 round loss bonus the next round. That wouldn't be a horrible idea.
I mean, you already invested for an M4 armor and 2 flashbangs. You may as well pick up an AWP and hold one part of the map with it.
Hold down B and like having like a 4-man push down A somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, this works out for them. They they're going to have to defend it against a 5-man attack right here on the B site.
Smoked off at cross. Laney's been boosted up. Cry goes behind Nubox. And the last two CTs are pressuring up Banana. That smoke slowed them down. 25 seconds left. This could come back to haunt them. The T's are going a little too slow. They find one quick frag. That's the bomb dropped in cross. Sad chimes in for a kill. Razinho answers back. And now Firat is here. He finds another kill. And it's into a 2v2, but Cry falls. Razinho alive.
Razinho can shut down the bomb plant somehow. He might be able to secure the round. Actually, no. Fnac is now holding him down. Yeah, Razinho is on a much harder situation. And there it is, closed off by Fnac as he understands that the health points for Razinho weren't too high. But it is going to be 12-9. Economic damage is there for SmokeCriminals at least. So they're keeping the economy for FCDB sort of controlled. Not quite controlled, but sort of in control.
You're getting there, yeah. But SmokeCriminals, they finally piled up the money. They didn't get the up in the previous round because maybe they wanted the double up here. Viroth and Lane, you pick those up. 3 M4s on the top of it. SmokeCriminals trying to claw their way back after getting the pistol and letting 5 rounds slip afterwards.
This is a huge culture difference here between these two teams. I mean, the way they play Banana. We saw FCDB like to contest Banana early, used a significant amount of utility holding for it, but it seems like SmokeCriminals are opting for that double op setup instead early on, just maintaining control, letting the op take the duels early on, and everyone else kind of just hold on to your utility, try to counter the executes. But FCDB, they've applied some pressure towards the A site at least, but they're heading over towards the B site. I mean, if you're at this...
Epenyekes even got tagged by that one. Box went down. Another shot missed by Laney, and it's going to have Cry giving away his position, trying to slow them down with that Molotov, and it will do so. Allow the rotation to get over, at least over towards CTs, to try and spray through cross. Some damage being done to Sad Zed. Cry takes Dobry down with them. But now it's looking like it's even footing. HP favoring the CT side for the retake, and Razinho trying to deny the bomb plant, but just over the top of the head, he can't find the frag.
Yeah, I mean, the Anchors have done their job, though. They've done a significant amount of damage. They've softened up these targets. I mean, as long as SmokeCriminals play this correctly, they should have it in the bag or not get spammed through the smoke down to 22 HP. That might make it a bit more difficult. Sanchez up in a very dangerous position, though. He might... Okay, he gets shut down. That's a good position. There it is. Fnac is shut down. It's all down to Coffee now.
There's to find, and he won't find a single one. Razinho chimes in, finds the head, and SmokeCriminals finally get themselves around after giving up 5. With so much money left in the bank, especially with that extra bomb plant money, FCDB is supposed to be right back in. If they reset SmokeCriminals here and now, if they reinvest, could be eco territory, at least close to it. It'll give them an extra little footing they need to get this well close to being tied up. But here we go. This is the challenge. This is the test. Can they bring it back their way, or will SmokeCriminals put themselves in a round number 14 with the double op set up and the double AKs that were picked up on top?
Yeah, I mean, if SmokeCriminals can manage to find themselves this round, I think that pretty much secures them at least overtime. Money's not looking too hot for FCDB. Yeah, they'll have one more purchase after this one, but that's pretty much the extent of their buying. That's the mountain of money that they've collected pretty much vanished. But yeah, right now SmokeCriminals once again favoring that double op setup, playing at the pretty specific pace. I mean, look at the confidence right now from Laney. He's playing in front, living true to the name, playing in front of the smokes with the op, looking to find an early pick. Not quite able to capitalize off it that round, but that was a nice attempt. Either way, FCDB now once in the same, pretty much in the same spot they have been in. They're literally just doing the same thing almost every single round. I mean, they go out mid, they apply some pressure, and then they say, all right, we don't really know what to do with this, or we don't really like this. Let's just hit B.
Showing the same hand, at least having SmokeCriminals back in passive positions, expecting that players could be up in halls, over towards Boiler and towards mid, and even over towards B. They back themselves up, one towards Emo, one behind Nuba. Those CTs are giving up a lot of ground, a lot of respect, and they're going to see if they can hit their shots right now. As the boost up over the top is not going to get one, but Laney finds a double Kalat, one through both of the domes. That is amazing, but he does fall shortly after, bringing it back to even footing, and there's only one player close on site. That's Fear Out. The other two going down mid. They've got to get here and get here fast. They do have kits. They do have a little bit of utility, but not enough to flush them out. And those last two CTs, they're taking their time getting towards Banana. Is this Coffee has lined up. 1-for-1 trays. Petite Scale jumps on top of the logs. And now Fearoth, he's got to go push in off this on one side alone. Petite on the other. Petite spotted up, but still finds the frag. Fearoth pushing in. One on top of the box. Petite kills him as well. Loses his teammate, but he does get the round. SmokeCriminals going up 14-9.
Wow. There's just so many moments where I was like, this is a key position. Don't give this up. Don't give this up. Oh, no, you gave it up. Sad said he had the perfect position in CT spawn. He didn't need to do any of the things that he did right there. But he went out just a little too wide, got himself killed, and that allowed his teammate above to get killed also. If he had just applied some pressure, shown his presence, and hid, that would have been much more difficult there for SmokeCriminals. But man, this is a rough one right here. SmokeCriminals maintaining an op up at least, but their money's rough also. So I mean, they're not out of the waters just yet.
Oh god. I just saw a huge NA nade come out, smacked him in the back of his head with his own team nade, drops at his feet, only did a little bit of damage, fortunately, but still not the way you want to start the round when you get your last real buy. They've got about $1,200, $1,300 on average behind them. Loss bonus going to be building up to round number 3, so it's not the best. SmokeCriminals, they win this, they'll be on match point. And more damage happening for this east side now, but Coffee GJ finds himself a good kill, leaving only Laney on site.
Yeah, and Laney only is an MP9, so it's so much pressure if you're the B anchor and you're like, crap, all I have is an MP9 to defend this. Not a single point of utility. No smokes, no Molotovs, no flashes, literally nothing to slow this down. He's going to get reinforcements. Firoth is going to make his way over. And then right now they're just going to go for the 2-2 setup, hope for the best. But it seems like Firoth is not quite satisfied with that. He wants to go for more. He wants eyes on one part of the map at the very least. And he'll find the eyes of Box right between his forehead. And it's going to be now the advantage vanished. But still the I mean, this is going to be a tough defense round right here for SmokeCriminals.
He's pushing in from balcony. He's been lurking in this position. Think he has a good read on where this is now. They know the smoke's been popped. They know there's one lurk in there trying to flush him out from the other side of it. But Razinho going to take at least one with him before he goes down on 7 HP. Firoth also on 7. He's going to burn that Molotov as it spreads after the smoke dissipates. That is just bad timing for him. And leaves 2 CTs alive for the retake. I think they're falling off this already. Yeah, Laney's tucking himself through Speedway. Firoth can't go for this. He's on 7 HP and only has the op. I mean, the first shot could hit, but you don't want to risk that. Save these weapons. Oh, man. Loss bonus is going to actually not have them in a perfect position at all. FCDB, there's still a chance here.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a very important round for them to pick up. And this is a double reset. SmokeCriminals will have the op. They'll have an AK to work with at the very least. So, and kits. They have that going for them, which is nice. I wonder if they buy up off these. Because, I mean, they may not have an op again until the 13th on the board for FCDB.
Got a couple rounds to play with. It's going to be 14-10 as the round ticks over. I don't know. It's awkward. I'd say, yeah, pistol, armor up. You got an AK, go for some crazy one-taps. You got the op. You can throw that player solo B or double down with some pistols behind him. So if he drops, you can recycle it. You've got good options here for SmokeCriminals. But it actually goes against their play style at the same time because, like you've been said, they've been kind of happy to sit and cross with the op when they've got it on B. Happy to sit that second op on the top of mid. They haven't been pushing forward. No crazy alt mid peaks with no crazy B holds. I'm not sure if it suits their playstyle to force up right here. But as I say that, CZ gets bought up. Razinho armors up behind it.
I am glad to see the pause coming out, though. This is a very important decision. It doesn't need to be made in 50. I'm glad to see that at the very least. They're probably discussing their plan of defense here. You have CZ's armors. Kreese really hasn't bought up yet. But I mean, even if he full saves right here, you still won't have a purchase.
Yeah, as soon as that first person bought up armor pistol, I think everyone else should. Because it's either this round here and now, you try and just kind of rush all those 3 players down, do as much damage as possible, let the weapons clean up, or you full save in the following round, and it's neither is a good option. So why not do it with the best of weaponry?
Let's see what they want to do right here. Firoth is making his way over to Banana, getting boosted over the half wall, able to maybe find a pick. If he can lower the offense numbers, that might help them out a little bit. He's looking for the head, but not quite able to capitalize off it. And then spams through the wall, not quite hitting either. Trades in the meantime are happening towards the apps right now. Razinho.
1 for 1. Nope, Lane, you can't do it. It was a good start, but then it started to fall from their fingers. Just Kree and Firoth left alone. 1 on each side. Kree's already been spotted with decent damage. Additionally, to Sad Zed, has him on half HP. 1 little tap to the dome will take him out, at least make this costly. And there it is, holding close. 6 bullets left in the magazine. He rotates around, dances, and he finds a second player. That is just great damage. I've seen Kree do some crazy little taps earlier in the pistol rounds, but at least makes it costly. Firoth now on site in a 1v1 and a huge wraparound flank from Box as they stall for time.
Dude, if he can get aware of the fact that there's only 1 player on site, he can actually win this. But obviously, we have the advantage of having access to the minimap. But man, Coffee just played it so passive on site. I think that kind of caught Firoth off guard. Like, what are they doing? They have 2 men. Time is ticking. And why isn't the bomb going down? But yeah, wow, that could have been winnable if Fearoth had found either of those kills.
That was a hard NT right there. It's going to be ecoed again, though. No armor behind this, just upgraded pistols across the board. 1 HE, 1 smoke. Guessing smoke for banana, and then they just HE over the top of it. But as I say that, HE does not go out. There we go. They're waiting for some counter aggression, and they will find some good damage with it. Get boxed down to 44 HP.
Yeah, heavy app setup right now for SmokeCriminals while all this is happening. And it looks like FCDB once again is favoring that B side early. They really love banana control. Skell trying to peek his head out, trying to see if he can find anything with that little petite skeleton of his, but nah, not quite able to find much. Rosinio does find the trade though. That's not bad. 1 for 1.
Could be a weapon to pick a little further in the round. But Rosinio's going to bail out of that. The mid player smoked off, doesn't want to go try and fight the back. In fact, he's going to rotate all the way over towards B. We're currently Laney's boosted on up. And the T side look like they're heading that way at the 1 minute mark. They're just around the corner at the top of banana. 2 players holding kind of an off angle. You get a player behind oranges, 1 on top of second box. And now, let's see if it catches them off guard. Kind of a little stack, a little boost, but the flashbang's perfect. One turns their head just after the other, and 4 players go down. Immediately, FCDB within 2 rounds of tying this up as they go for the post-plant. No, I can't get the post-plant bonus cash. But here we go. SmokeCriminals, if you're going to get this, and you don't want it to be tied up, you got to get it here and now. M4s come out across the board. I don't think they can get the op. No, they can't.
Yeah, they drop this round. They find themselves at a 14-14 scoreline unless they can win a miraculous half by pistols and armor. SmokeCriminals looking to go super aggressive towards the banana this time. This is a change of pace for them right here. Double Molotovs coming out, smoke going deep. And it looks like they intend to take control right here of banana.
Coffee, you're burning alive. My coffee's going to be a little darker than usual now. 9 HP left on him, and he will be put to rest. Meanwhile, toward the top of mid, Fearoth, scared of this, tries to find some damage through the smoke. Just going to backpedal it away. They already have man advantage. No need to lose a weapon here and now. As this is a round they vitally need. Got 3 Ts towards A site. The last player towards banana was slowly backing out to collect the bomb. I think he's going to hold this angle, have a teammate do it. Maybe try and sell a fake as he's chucking some smokes over that direction to keep those players isolated. But Afenyekas, who went back to get the bomb, decided against it at this point. So 55 seconds left. Someone's got to collect that soon. They need to choose a site and hit it fast.
Yeah, FCDB is always defaults back to this B site. I mean, they seem to be super comfortable with these B execs. Yeah. I mean, mind you, it's been working for them, so I don't really blame them for doing that. But I've noticed that with these 2 teams, it's a very particular style, which relies heavily on these set pieces.
All right, Laney behind that second box. Cry behind new box. In a good position to try and bait out for Laney. Box just around the corner. Smoke over for cross just in time as a CT just rotated over that direction. But the bait isn't working out. Box hasn't spotted this, so Laney's kind of in a one and done, if that. It's a dangerous position because you can't fall away from it. And yet Laney's going to go down. Just Cree left here. 8 seconds left, and the bomb carrier goes down. They have time to pick it up. And oh, now it's been dropped. They just need to stay alive. Now there's no way that East can win unless they get all 3 of these kills, and that will be the end of it. Dobry takes Fearoth with him, but SmokeCriminals, they get themselves the round they need, and now here they are on match point.
Hey, we're affiliated.
Hey, we affiliated.
Now. Let's go. All right. The map point, by the way, for SmokeCriminals as they make their way on up to the 15th. Money is not looking good. I mean, FCDB are definitely not out of this just yet. They have a full buy right here, 5 AKs, full utility. Up against a mediocre buy at best for SmokeCriminals. I mean, yeah, they have some rifles, but down to double MP9. Already limited on the... Okay, well, that makes things a lot easier now for SmokeCriminals when they find themselves a nice double nade. Not bad. They may have just saved them the round and potentially the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to build the same storyline you were. Those double MP9s, very limited weaponry, but they've shown they can do decent stuff with it here on CT's side earlier in the half. But it's been quite a while since they've had those in hand. Minute 15 on the clock. T's marching their way back towards the top of banana. Expected time and time again. They've hit this site, and it's only not worked for them a couple of times. 3 rounds needed for FCDB. This has to be the first right here, right now, as utilities exchange. Trying to take a peek off this. Laney in the smoke doing heavy damage. Cry finishes it off, and he's going to go down shortly after that. Laney tucks himself into ruins, just barely escapes on 40 HP. 3 players on site, 4 for the retake.
man, this is getting very rough. Only flashbangs remain in the hands of all these players that are alive. So, I mean, there are no more smokes, no more Molotovs. It's just guns out from here. The duel's being taken towards the construction area. Dobry and Fnac is finding 2 important kills towards that back halls area. And now, SmokeCriminals, Rozinho, Petit Scale looking to pick up the pieces right here, but it might be a difficult task.
All right, Rozinho last alive as Petit goes down. He's on 26 HP himself. He's pre-firing every corner. Know exactly where he is, but he still finds the headshot, but it's going to be Coffee GJ around the corner and get them that 13th round. FCDB still in it to win it, and SmokeCriminals have their economy so low, they've got to let this one slip. You can't buy a single thing. You maybe a couple P250s. Let FCDB go up to 14, then you're still on match point. You've got your full buy. Don't let this get to your head. In fact, they don't buy a single thing. Someone just said, come back on Inferno. Like we were surprised. 11-4 score line. I didn't even overhype it. I'm like, you know what? This is Inferno 2018. This is probably going to triple over.
I actually really didn't expect it. I thought after SmokeCriminals won the pistol round, they pretty much just secured the round.
Right.
I think I started doubting it when FCDB ecoed them. And I was like, okay.
That's exactly it. Because that pistol run happened. Got FCDB, by the way, running Tech 9s. For those of you who were not here, the Tech 9s, the run and gun play style is what got them that eco round. So that weapon, it's back. It's coming back, baby.
It got slightly buffed, didn't it?
Yep. The run and gun accuracy got detailed, like honed on in a little bit, so it's slightly more accurate wall move.
All right, here we go, though. It is going to be a hit coming in towards the A side right now. It starts off with middle. SmokeCriminals are stacked up in pit and towards banana side, so they don't really have any eyes in this direction, especially in the moto side. So they could, FCDB that is, could easily wrap on towards the A site, no problem. They're going to utilize their AK-47s to try to win some long-range duels, but... Oh, wow! It's a triple stack!
Boost to top balcony will be good for 1 kill. One more player left for a time, but FN Yeka is going to be finding him. Fira put down. That leaves just Kree and Laney. Last 2 alive, all the way towards bottom of banana. Nothing to lose. Just a couple pre-fires from Laney. He's trying to find anything. They're going to tuck themselves back towards spawn. Oh, maybe they can find a weapon that was dropped. Box did drop an AK somewhere. I don't know where that was.
That was towards moto.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I think I just saw them. Yeah, they threw that away. Very smart from Yekas.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no reason for SmokeCriminals to save, really. It doesn't matter if they give away any money right here. They don't have anything on hand, just USBs. If they can find a kill, up their money just a little bit, or even best case scenario, find themselves an AK-47, that would be much, much better.
Well, that's gone. That got thrown over the wall. But still, 1 to collect from SCDB Esports. Maybe if somehow they can get one of those players. But Sadzit's going to die to the bomb, not give anything up. He's like, we got money for the last round. We're fine. And there they go. Eking their heads out. They will find nothing. Coffee GJ doubles up, pads his stats a little bit, and we can take a look at those if you hit tab. Leanie's up on 27, tied up with Dobry on the T side of FCDB Esports.
Wow, 27 kills for the top fraggers on both teams. That's pretty impressive.
Full 30 rounds now. Breeze pushing himself forward and burned in the flames. Well, Box puts him down right before that would happen. And that's just man disadvantage yet again. We could well be going to overtime from an 11-4 scoreline. SmokeCriminals rocking just 2 M4s and an MP9 combination. Looking a little bleak.
Yeah, they're going to go very aggressive, though. Off the flashbang, they go. Coffee Man just looking so solid. Finds himself a kill. Firov with the MP9. Not the best of weapons in the scenarios, but the support comes in from Laney. And Firov doubles down. And now suddenly the advantage is taken away and stolen from FCDB back into the hands of SmokeCriminals, where it is going to be a 3 versus 2. 1 man on the A defense right now for the meantime as Laney makes his way over. But Dobry's in the halls. He's looking to find that map control. He's looking to find out where that player is playing from. The hit is going to be coming in right now.
Laney gets the information and then comes out swinging, finds some good damage, finds the kill. The full HP player with the MP9 on site, but each scale goes down. It's all up to Sadzed. It was 45 seconds left. He's trying to bring this nice to the 1v1s, and it looks like Laney is aware of that. Rotates back through arches. He's going to ask the player to be pushing through library. He is not. He's going to go down, and now he has options, and it looks like he's hightailing it through CT spawn to go towards B, and somehow Firov reads this like a book.
Yeah, this is... I imagine both players are pretty aware that where they could be coming from right now. That's it. Smokes it off. Firov is playing inside the smoke. Living true to the name. Living true to the SmokeCriminal name. Oh,
Firov going to push through this. He's looking for a gap in it. Sadzed still has no idea. Hasn't showed himself. Hasn't made a single ounce of sound. And now Furioth pushes forward. So many angles to clear. This player could be holding on. And he doesn't spot it. We are going to OT. Inferno, the crazy hell that we live in, go into overtime. And who knows, maybe even multiple. Face it, man, just set the standard for that, where we had like 20 some odd overtimes on this map alone. Only makes sense that we have it here in Winners League.
Where other do we find this OCS, Matthew? Where?
Well, we go to overtime at least once a match every single time we've had a cast. I don't think there's been a single day where we haven't hit overtime.
Overtimes are 16-14s. We have a lot of those. 16-13s, 16-14s, neck-to-neck matches. But it is going to be FCDB on the T side, starting us off with the first half of this OT right now. Petite scale down to 7 HP. Quite sure how.
First kill, gonna go the way of the CTs though. SmokeCriminals immediately traded back as Laney couldn't get himself away with that. Still have the op out on the Furioth, who's rotating on over, but they're pressuring Banana. They're going in fast with just 2 players and immediately turning tails as smoke blooms, and they're gonna be like, well, we got time to play with. Let's not force the issue.
Yeah, they're applying a lot of pressure towards the B side. They've pulled rotations over in that direction, but they seem to be wanting to go towards the A side. Rosinho is in the bracket side. If he spots them, that might be... Nah, he's going to give that up, actually. Now they don't have any eyes at all on the entire map. I mean, they have no eyes towards B site. They have no eyes towards A site. Now the smoke's going to give away their intention.
Counter Molly, they push through. Flashed off, Rosinho alone, and Wolf gets himself one, tucks tail around the corner, tries to take the fight again. There's 3 players there lined up to put him down. Furioth is close, but I don't even know if he's going to go for this quite yet. No gap to work with. Has to wait for his teammate to rotate on over, who's made a fair amount of noise on his way, so they know exactly where at least one of these players are coming from. Molotov's going to give that out. Actually, the W utility knows. They know exactly, but Furioth still somehow finds a kill. Sad Zed caught it in the open awkwardly, and another kill. What is going on? It should have been FCDB's round. 1 versus 1, but Copy GJ going to find his 3rd of the round, put them in the lead for the first time in a mini round.
Is Coffee really at 19 kills? Like, I feel like every time I'm watching him, he's getting a 2K or 3K.
He's heated up. No pun intended.
I hate you.
I hate me too. It's okay. I hate me more than you hate me. So let me carry that burden for us. As FCDB, they carry, well, those low HP players, those low frag players, I was going to say, have actually gone and heated up themselves. Coffee amongst them, 16-15. They've got the lead for the first time since the first half. And now to extend it as they march 2 players up Banana, try and play contact. CT side of SmokeCriminals, they're not changing up a single thing, but Petite Scale does find himself a frag up there towards Halls for the first start.
Yeah, what an important kill to find too. SmokeCriminals, this is their last purchase. I mean, again, this is MR3 10K, so you can run out of money in this overtime. An important round here for SmokeCriminals to secure if they want to maintain some sort of lead or at least not fall too far behind. Furioth is playing in middle towards the cubby area with the M1, but he's by himself, so this is a bit scary for him.
Works fine.
Yeah.
Nice. Furioth has no fear, puts 2 players down, traded out 1 from Efanyekas, but it's going to be Dobry, which is up towards Halls. Now all alone, Efanyekas likely to let this tie up unless he gets the ace clutch. 1 kill already, 4 more to find, 45 seconds to do it with. AK in a dream as soon as he pushes in through archway, seems to let players there, and he finds the kill. 50 HP left after that. Could be met around the corner. Petite Scale waiting for him, ties it up, finds a little AK to bolster his weaponry. And 1 more round left in this first half of overtime for our first match of the day. After this, we will be going over towards Lithuania and versus Comeback.
Was that XQB fire, by the way?
That's what I was guessing. I did a little bit of snooping on Faceit, and I looked and I found 1 team called Comeback. Well, there's like several thousand named Comeback, but 1 was the XQBF guys, which I know are in Winners League, so I think that's who that is.
Okay. Here we go, though. Very important round for both of these teams. Both of these teams are also on the full buy, so this is as good as it gets in this overtime. Pretty comfortable position for both of these teams. One of these teams looking to gain the lead right here, but it is going to be 3 men towards the app side for FCDB. Petite Scale in a dangerous position right here.
It's going to give that one up. It worked for him the first and only time in the previous round because he hadn't really tried it, but They're going to push forward, and somehow Oppie finds that frag, and now they're going to pile out. Waterfall down balcony. One player on site, one player underneath balcony, or actually underneath wagon. He's got to watch those back lines. His teammate just died. He looks away at the wrong time. Boiler's going to get the kill, and that should be the round. 2 versus 5 to clutch this out. The only silver lining they have is the Coffee GJ is low HP. Not too confident for SmokeCriminals. It looks like FCDB are going to have the advantage going into the CT side, where they were just a little bit better at the beginning of the match. And well, Kree falls down. Laney's last one alive, and not for long. Sadzed puts him to rest. 2 kills for him in the round.
All right, 3 rounds remaining. Only 2 required for FCDB to secure a win. If SmokeCriminals want to find themselves a win right here, it's going to have to be a flawless C-half right here. 3 rounds in a row. That would be the only way they could do that in this overtime. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how they start this off on the T side right here.
Well, Rosinia's immediately going to buy at the op and throw it to Fearoth. Interestingly enough, that's part of the 10K. Make sure you get that op back to back if need be. And then the CT side, going to call a pause. So FCDB going to think about this one. Going to talk about what went wrong the first time around on the CT side. So it doesn't happen here. Doesn't happen now as they have the lead. Like you said, 3 rounds in a row for SmokeCriminals to take it away from them.
I'm feeling the second OT, Matthew.
Don't do that to me.
I just can't see either of these teams winning it here. FCDB, I mean, as good as they looked on the T side, they also had a very mediocre CT side.
A mediocre is being polite, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I think mediocre is kind of rough. It's a little bit rough, but it was
11 to 4. 11 to 4, man. If it was like a 10-5, I go, okay, mediocre. Yeah, 11 to 4, and a couple of those rounds should never have even been that close. SmokeCriminals, they had such a dominant T side, but their CT side putting up only 1 round in overtime. Like, I think that might be the confidence that FCDB need to bolster their step. They've got the M4s across the board, so they're feeling like the op isn't the key here, which is interesting, especially in overtime.
Yeah, right. That is kind of surprising. See how it plans out for them. 3 men going aggressive towards the banana side. I believe that's what they were discussing. They just want to go aggressive banana early on. Oh, they're doing the, I like this. It's the MIBR brute force banana take. They just push past the Molotovs. They push past everything with the flashbang, but it's not really going to work out for them. And Finekas is down to 28 HP. That's a big loss.
There's nobody doing. There's nobody pressuring him. He just backed up into a Molotov. He's like, oh, my bad. And then he went forward, and then he just backed up again. When there was nobody pressuring him, he's like, oh, my bad again. So put himself on the back foot, literally and initially, immediately, leaving, well, HP favoring the SmokeCriminal side, but a little bit of damage has been done to Creed to try and even that out. I think the pressure might be getting to FCDB, at least for Finekas.
Yeah.
3 players left on the A site and still like stock standard angles. Boxes even giving up arches. Like he's standing in arches. He's giving up the angle completely. Like, so if he hears anything, he's just going to back off. Probably get smoked up as well. So I'm curious. This is an odd angle. He's flashed off. Hucks himself against the wall. Holds close. Hasn't backed away yet. And he's going to hold this angle. He's going to be going down. 1 player left to rotate around through library, trying to get the feat skill out of the situation. That he will. So brings it back down to even players. 35 seconds left. The T's angling towards A.
Yeah, and they have Sadzed by himself on the site right here. So if he's not able to go huge or survive long enough for the rotations to come in, that could be problematic. He looks away, gets taken down by Raw, and it's going to be a pretty difficult task here for FCDB. It's going to be a hard one.
They seem to know Dobry was in Moto. He's going to smoke that off. Get a player coming up mid. Actually, he's going all the way up alt mid. This is, man, you don't have time for this, Finekas. And Coffee GJ over towards Boiler. They're going to try and make some noise. Are they going to save an over? What?
This is smart, in my opinion.
It's 10K.
Yeah, but they only need 2 rounds. They need 2 rounds to win, right? And if they lose their money here and lose an extra round, then there's literally no way they could win in this overtime. So if they save their money right here, they might have a 3rd purchase if they lose out.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense. They get the AK as well, so I mean, slightly upgraded weapon. You can't buy one of those on CT side, at least not yet. Gaben, don't get any idea. You can get a whole arsenal of utility reinvested. Maybe the op is what they needed. 4 players stay alive for SmokeCriminals. I'm just a little confused right now. It reeks of confidence being lost, depleted. And there it is. The op comes up for box.
All right, let's see what they're up to with that op. Once again, they're going to go triple man towards the banana side, looking to establish control early on.
Smoke it off, push forward, and nobody challenging them for the time being. Holding back on ramp for two of those players while I think it's Rosinho goes and angles up towards the balcony window. Slow play. And Box will be left alone towards Banana. That last player rotates over towards A side, where Dovery's going to tuck himself in his favorite position, nose in the corner of patio, and Coffee GJ here holding it down with him.
He really loves that position, by the way.
He loves it. And I'm like, why do you keep doing that? They're going to pre-fire that. They did it every single time after the first twice. Like 2 times he did it. Worked up for 1 kill once. And Box went down alone towards B. So they got to bring Efanyekaz back over that direction. Dobry does back up, but he and Coffee GJ decide to go in tandem. And Rosinho's going to punch that immediately. Double kill for him. Efanyekaz and Sadzad last two alive. One on each site. They've got to go Super Saiyan here. Finds the first sprays. Cody drops down behind the second. Swaps over to the AK-47, but he can't cock and lock it fast enough. It's just Efanyekaz last alive.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row now for SmokeCriminals. Man, can we just talk about that pick on Banana? Did you catch that by chance? From Fearoff?
I did not.
Man,
no.
That was so sick. I really didn't think he was going to get that, but somehow he managed to close it off. That was an unreal pick towards the Banana side. That applied a lot of pressure for FCDB. Either way, though, it is going to be another round for SmokeCriminals. Again, they only need 1 more round to secure the win now. The tides have turned, Matthew. SmokeCriminals are now on the match series point here. I guess it's not a series point, just match point. You know.
Yeah. I make them as misstep all the time. But if Efanyekaz can save that op over, they can get the full buy on the back of it. Still a chance to go double overtime and ruffle our feathers.
Alright, what's the play here from FCDB? Their money is... See, that save just may have actually saved them this game. Now they have a decent amount of money here.
Planned that 10k smartly, intelligently.
Yeah, FCDB again going for the triple men towards the B side. They're hoping it's going to work one time for them. But it hasn't quite worked out for them just yet. Now they're going to give up Banana after wasting a significant amount of utility trying to gain it, which actually puts them in a worse position than otherwise. Now they're back on site. They don't have the information, and they don't have any utility to hold it back. So this is getting a little bit weird.
Interesting as well, giving it up, and they know that SmokeCriminals were favoring that B side. Regardless, Box has to go superhuman right here. 5 players stacked up at the top of Banana. Minute 10 on the clock. Utility might be raining for it. Yes, it is. Just gets thrown. And the rotation is so far off right now. The Box finds the first. He gets dinked on down through the wall, so he's still alive. Molotov that off shrine forward off discretion. And Kree is just going to kill himself in it because why not help out the enemy team and take us to double overtime. I'm calling it now.
Now you're calling it?
Yeah, calling it. 2 versus 5 to port this off. Rosinho. Laney's got the AWP. They've already spotted out Rosinho. Laney just gives away his position with that flashbang.
Ooh,
what? Okay, Laney. Now, more damage done. Softens him up a little bit with the M4s. Over the top of the shoulder. Nearly had a lad. Now Rosinho doubling on down. 2 more players to find. And we are going to double overtime.
Man, okay. First of all, Raw, that was a nice try. He almost had at least 1 more player right there. 2, Laney. Laney. Can we just talk about that for a second? The man just whiffed in the most crucial... You cannot miss there, Laney. You have to hit those. He had multiple opportunities to secure the round. FCDB presented the round to them on a platter. He just didn't capitalize off it. He wasn't hungry enough for it. Yeah, second OT.
Double op setup here for FCDB. Maybe it's what they need, do you know? Clutch this one on out. They've had several opportunities. They've had an amazing comeback. But still, going into double overtime here on Inferno. Still playing the stock standard, but Efanyekaz finds himself in an aggressive position up there towards Alls, and he gets himself that first kill on Delaney. The man criticized in the previous round as the rest of the T start shuffling around over towards A, going for that split push over towards B, but eventually, as they do play contact over towards the top of Banana, the Box gives up the angle and it should be a 2-2 split.
Yeah, this is a very fast B split on towards the B site. Box though from that quad area picks up one more kill, repositioning himself to try to find one more. If he finds one more right here, that could be pretty much the end of that, but he gets pincered over behind the pillar. Now they have the B side open for free. Triple men on the flank though for FCDB. I wonder if SmokeCriminals are ready for this.
They got a Molotov to shut it down immediately. Oh, look at that incendiary out that he picked up from the CT as well. That'll slow them down. They've still got kids. They can't. I don't know. They could smoke that off if they wanted to, but they're just gonna try and separate these teams. Leave a little bit of a gap in the smoke for him as Dobry tries to play contact. Rattles off a lot of shots, but nobody spotted out quite yet.
Yeah, this is about to get very messy here on the B site. Kree's playing this so passive. He's waiting for the right time to strike, but he gets found. Petit Scale, Rosinho double down, and there it is. First round of second OT for SmokeCriminals. 2 players alive. FCDB. That was a nice attempt, but not quite good enough, unfortunately.
I like seeing SmokeCriminals. A little bit of a change in the setup. The CT split push worked out absolutely perfect for him. It's the first time I think we've seen that exact play. At least changing the tides. Maybe have FCDB a little off guard, but they are going to send 3 players over towards the B side of things. And, well, Box met with a double grenade. 45 HP remaining on him.
He's gonna need some support to get out of this position that he's in right now. This is... Alright, he finally has it. There it is. The Molotov's gonna apply enough pressure to figure out the back down. Once again, though, FCDB favoring that triple men towards the B side early on. But they're using so much utility on this banana side, and they're really gaining nothing for it.
Kez pushing forward, nothing doing. Kree says no, puts him in the dirt. Now man advantage, even out and copy GJ at the very least, as that one player vacated banana, kept the second to hold it down, and the rest of the CTs over towards A have started pulling themselves back as they're suspicious, and rightly so, that the Ts are pushing that direction. Minute left in the round.
Yeah, I mean, FCDB has their numbers in the right spot at the very least. It's gonna be 4 versus 4 on this A site. That's a bit unconventional, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. 40 seconds left. They don't have to commit to it yet. They could change their mind here and now, which I almost imagine they would, but not going to have enough time for now. As Dobry pushes forward, holds them here.
There's no way they're going to expect 3 men on an A defense. There's just no way.
Sad's it up top. The jumping headshot. Whoa, Laney! You can't do it to him like that. But Petit's still alive. Box going to even it out. Bring us to 19-19. So if we go to the third overtime, I'm leaving for. I'm vacating the. I can't handle that. Not on Inferno.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Can we just talk about the running, jumping drive-by?
I don't want to acknowledge it. I casted it, and then I just never want, because that shouldn't happen. We're not playing Call of Duty Black Ops right now. The running, jumping in midair shot from the AK-47 is not acceptable, Gabe and please.
Oh man, that's funny. But fast way FCDB.
Just the question. Copy GJ and Sadz doubling on down. Petite Scale finding one on Dobry, and then bloodbath. I think these guys are over it as well. They're like, you know what? Let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. And suddenly, at the 1 minute 30 mark, we're at a 2 versus 2. HP favoring the FCDB esports side. Oh, no! Dude, fire is hot. I'm so tilted right now. Fire is hot, and these players don't know it. Petite Scale in a 1v2 now. That was a full health. That counts as a 1G. Chad, can we get a 1G, please? It wasn't his own Molotov, but he decided he wanted to do that.
This is too much for me, man.
Somebody check the bets. That was a little eye-by power action right there. Petite Scale, oh, he's like, you know what? I got this. Hold my beer, but he doesn't expect Box to be around the corner. Doesn't expect 2 players to be in that direction. 20-19, FCDB taking the lead.
Wow. All right, I think we're descending into the realm of insanity at this point, honestly.
Yeah. That's what happens in double OTS. I'm like, I'd never want to see it, because that's when the players start doing crazy things. It's when it starts getting into your head. That's when you start seeing OT3 because you get in your own head. And it takes like OT3, OT4 to figure that one out. It throws us off schedule. Now double up on CT Cypher SmokeCriminals. No off for FCDB Esports. What'll happen?
Yeah, it's really hard to predict what's happening right now. Laney's going to go for a quick pick towards the banana side. Grenades are going to be pretty blocked off. That flashbang doesn't help him either. His vision is pretty much cut off, and he's gonna have to fall back and give that up. Now it is FCDB in the driver's seat for this round once again. They do have the control. Fearoth will give up brackets. Right now, FCDB is not planning on going too fast. You can see on the mini map that they're all pretty much spread apart. 1 player towards halls, 2 players actually towards halls, 1 towards middle. 2 players towards banana side. So I don't think they're going to be committing to anything unless they find a significant amount of kills, which doesn't look like it'll happen either.
Fearoth tries for one through the smoke, nothing doing, vacates the premises, holds a different angle over towards halls. The T's march all 5 players steadily towards that A side. Dobry going to be smoked off at the top balk and slow them down again.
Now down to 50 seconds actually, so it's needs to find something here for his team. He actually could find. Wait, oh, that was just so awkward. Gonna have to give that up, unfortunately, but it's gonna leave only 2 men on the A defense, and only one of them is in pit. So if that player falls, this is problematic. FCDB is slowly getting grips on this A site.
30 seconds left. FCDB Sports time is ticking down, and finally they push forward. They find a little bit of damage on a Petite scale. They hear the footsteps of Fearoth, who will answer back. Petite finally goes down, but only Razia left alive on the smoke, and they know, or at least they should know, they did damage to him. But Fearoth finds the next frag, keeps their eyes differentiated away from the site. Finally, they find Razia, but 8 seconds left to put this bomb down. I think they should get it. Indeed, they will. But 2 players left alive. The defender, Sad Zed, goes down.
Fearoth just wreaking havoc through the smokes right now. He's found himself a 3rd kill already in this round. Now the retake is going to come in. He's going to be off the flashbang of Fearoth right there. Bree finds Boss trying to creep through, and it's all down to Dobry now in that position. This is a good multi-frag position, though. Shut down. Man, what a round from Fearoth. That's just insane. He found himself a 3rd kill through the smoke in the face with an op, Matthew. With an op.
Finally heating up, finding them that next round they need. 3 in the round for him, 20-20 here in double overtime. Looking for round number 22, but we're not going to find. Well, we'll find round 22, but in like 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to say. So these teams both need 2 rounds to secure this OT. They split 1-1. It's the 3rd OT. See how it unfolds.
Copy GJ marching his way fast, but Molotov will slow him down. He's trying to change the tides here. SmokeCriminals, same thing. They have a 3rd player rotate towards top of Banana with them. Throw the utility, go back over towards A. And we're not seeing a whole lot changing here. Copy GJ is trying to storm up and go down. No backup. Box far behind, smoked off. Didn't have a chance to trade that out. SmokeCriminals primed for their 21st round.
Yeah, they're in good shape for it too. Once again, FCDB is defaulting back to that. Really no response. No answer. It's going to go back to the B site. It's quad AKs, and they're making their way up slowly but surely. And it seems like they're going to be setting up for an execute here. Probably double smokes, blocking off spawn, blocking off coffins.
They boosted up Kree at the very least. I haven't done this too many times. It's usually a good spot, but you kind of get trained to look for it. More shows itself, but Kree is going to be good for 1. Drops down, finds a second before he is fallen entirely. Little 2-for-2 trade right there. Leaves man advantage for the FCDB side. As Dobry and Sad Zeds both pull themselves over towards Ruins. Last 2 CTs, besides the one creeping on the other side of Ruins, coming up Banana, and it's all Fearoth. He hit 3 in the previous round. Just needs 2 if he can find these first 2 kills.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to expect Dobry to be far right here. It's so awkward. 2 players coming in on the flank. They are smoked off, but it's going to fade soon, and they're going to go off through the flashbang. Found themselves Sad Zed and Dobry. I think Fearoth has an idea, but not quite able to pinpoint where he is. The smoke defuse is coming out. Support there from Pete Scout.
He knows. He's looking to the P250. Good read right there, but Petite gonna find the frag. Razinho stays alive, and SmokeCriminals put themselves on a match point for at least the 3rd time. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And a tactical timeout comes out from SmokeCriminals. They're probably looking to close off this round right here.
This time highlights some of the players. Dobry up on 35 frags, leading the server. 33 is the next closest player. That's going to be Laney over on the CT side of SmokeCriminals. Everyone's putting in work, though. It's been enough rounds. Everyone's warmed up. Everyone's fragging out. Nobody below 20. Here, your guess is as good as mine. I kind of get that OT3 feeling.
Gaben, I love your white hair. I love your big beard. Bless us with an overtime finish here with SmokeCriminals closing it off. Gaben. Alright, here we go. I do like the time. Oh, the Dak comes out.
There we go, Fear. That's the kind of urge I want to see. That's the kind of disrespect I want to see. Enough of this double, triple overtime crud. Let's get it done. Let's bust out the disrespect Dak. That's confidence play right there, baby. That wins rounds right there, baby. FCDB Esports, 5 AKs across the board. No scoped up rifles for them. Not even, actually, good point. We haven't seen a Krieg or an AUG this entire match. Anyways, back into the action. The Dak not going down banana, but 2 players are, and they're going to take a player with them. So they are low HP. Now have the man advantage.
Jeez, man. Box. These players on the behind that smoking banana have not caught a break this entire time. Dobry tries to come through at the worst possible time and gets shut down by the nade dunk AK combo.
3 players left for FCDB Esports to claw this to overtime 3. 5 to find. And well, the Dak of Firat still holding down banana. Sad Zed looks like he wants to poke in on that. Will it ring out? Will it aim true? And it seems like he spotted out the booty, but he's going to follow it off, drop a Molotov, and leave them guessing.
Oh, he's spamming through to getting a... okay, 20 damage. I thought I would do a little bit more than that, but hey, free damage. We take those. Smoke's going to delay things just a little while longer right here. There is a player on fast rotate. That's Kree right now playing the support here off in case they hit that B site. But right now, they're opting to stay pretty heavily towards the A site for the meantime. That actually might give FCDB the opportunity to close this off. I think Fearoth has spotted this. He's going to take down one of these players, and it is. I think that may have just secured the game for them. 5 versus 2 now, in a desperate attempt on the B site here.
It is Coffee GJ, who has been doing the heaviest lifting for the most of the time in these clutch situations. And it's going to have to be him now. It's 1 versus 5, and he will go down to Fearoth indeed with the disrespect. Dak 22 to 20, starting us hot right here, right now. For our first match into double overtime, nearly a triple. SmokeCriminals finally edge it out. They had got the lead initially 11 to 4. They had match point on 15 rounds twice before FCDB finally clawed their way back.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, don't forget, SmokeCriminals won the half 11-4 and ended up winning the pistol round and then lost the round after that. So that really kind of set them behind. I'm not 100% sure what exactly is happening now that we've had such a huge delay. We're just going to go ahead and take a quick break, guys. We will be back with the action soon. We'll keep you updated in the chat and on the overlay, of course. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to figure it out and bring you back the action as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.